Straffini telling everything that happened on Sunday in the New York Post, the paper of record, the wisdom, the Bible of what I call reality, fight till the end. The Iranians are demanded. They're saying that they're winning the war, and they're not winning the war. We got them on the run. All they got is they can blockade the Straits of Hormuz. Well, that's not going to last long because we're going to blow up their last oil refineries or seize them. And you say, well, we're going to boots on the ground, endless war. Baloney. Because the Iranian people, or I like to call them the Persians, are rising up against them. All we have to do is arm them, and we got the solved. And we killed almost all their top leadership in Iran. Another Ayatollah bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone, and another one bites the dust. Oof, we're going to get those new guys too. Going to blow them up, it's true. But you know what we won't want to do? We don't want to blow up the atomic plants. See, my great and illustrious leader, he wants to blow up the atomic plants, but I don't want to blow up the atomic plants. Personally, I have a disagreement with him because that'll pollute the Iranian countryside with radiation. And we got a lot of allies in Iran. As we as us and the Israelis, we do. And we want that support there. We don't want to hurt the Iranian people or the Persians. We want to hurt the Iranian government, which is a bunch of murderous, totalitarian bastards. So that's what we want to do. And that's what Mr. Trump wants to do. But you never know Mr. Trump because the man is a genius. He plays chess, only a 3D chess, and he has God on his side. God is on his side. He couldn't have been overcome the traditional Republican rhinos and the deep state and the Democrats. He couldn't have gotten this far unless he had divine intervention was on his side. Now, dead ring. That's the thing. They kept on going about Epstein, that he was hiding an Epstein thing. But now they're finding as they look through the files that Trumpy, or my Trumpster, was just in a room with Epstein. He was in a banquet hall, and Epstein would get close to him and say, let's be pals. And Trump would go, we're not pals. We're not pals at all. We're not. But then they would take a picture, and then they would say they're big pals. But unlike Hillary and her husband, the pervert, they didn't go to Epstein Island. Although Hillary, the murderous Hillary, said she wasn't in there at all. But we know what's going on here. Uh, uh, Clinton, the husband, was a whore, and Hillary's a cold-blooded killer. And she got blood on her hands. She enjoys it. That's the way she is. One day she had that time a month and it never went away. You know what I'm saying? That cranky time, that's her 24 hours. And Mr. Kelly, the Clinton, you think he's getting away with something? Not that he has to live with her for the rest of his life, and he's lost his vitality. He looks like a corpse. Biden looks more alive than he does. I'm telling you. Yeah, but he was still maybe going to Epstein Island right to the end. He was getting a little joy when they went to they had the thing in front of Congress. And Hillary's getting all angry. Oh, I'm angry. I'm Hillary. How dare you insinuate and shake pictures of me that aren't becoming? Nah, I don't want that. I don't want to be out in the doors because I'm Hillary and I have extra rights because I'm a woman. Well, let me tell you, Miss Hillary Clinton, you're going to be doing jail time one of these days for the murder of Epstein. Yeah, although they say that he wasn't killed because he's got a guy who's a dead ringer for me. He doesn't look like a dead Mr. Epstein, but apparently he just looks like Mr. Epstein. He really is, and he's California Pete. Well, California Pete looks like a pervert. I don't know what I could do. If I was California Pete, what do I do? Because I can't change my appearance. I get a beard, and they think, he's Jeffrey Epstein trying to change his appearance. He could shave his head. They'll say, yeah, it's Epstein trying to change his appearance. No matter what he does, he's a good-looking guy because Epstein wasn't a bad-looking guy, except when he got arrested, and then he looked like on the crap because he was worried that he might be murdered. Oh, Bosnian guy hiding out in Alabama. A war criminal, was hiding out in Alabama, selling eggs to a local supermarket, but being on the run from Interpol and the international people who are after war criminals. and yet he was living in Alabama. Now, I don't know what he was war criminal about. He was, because they had a civil war there, and it was very brutal, as civil wars tend to be. Oh, is he a bad guy or a good guy? I don't know. Probably a bad guy. Everybody, when they have a civil war, people break rules and kill people left and right and break rules of them. Yeah. Pot dubious. They say pot is good for you. It'll help you overcome and handle disease and anxiety and all these things. But you know who once said this? The pot people who wants us all to go on pot. And because, it may help you a little bit to make you mellow you out, but you need help with doctor's care. You can't just go to a store and take some and get chewables. Yeah, and that's why New York City smells like a smoky thing in 1968. That's what we have here, a bunch of junkies. Junkies, I tell you, junkies, they're not squeers. I never do pot because I'm a good boy. That's right. Oh, the Zos, the the Jew hating mayor. You know what his wife is even hates Jews more. She said that the murderers who killed all those innocent women and children and old people in Israel, they were good guys. And if they did rape and murder, it was all CGI. That they didn't do nothing, even though they advertised doing it. And they put out the tapes so they would bait the Israelis into attacking them. But they miscalculated because everybody who plotted that and did that is dead under the ground or in little bits and pieces because the Israelis had penetrated Persian society and all their others, and they blew them up. And they're going to continue blowing them up because they don't take nothing. They know the survival of the Jewish race is based on the survival of Israel, and they got the atomic bombs to back it up. Oh, Trump is doing the right thing because the Israel's interests and our interests dovetail. Mr. Tucker Carlson, who doesn't even know nothing, just wants he wants us to be isolationists. Isolationists up to a point. When you can't win a war, you don't get involved. But we can win this war, and just because we lost the last one, don't mean we're gonna lose the new one. Mr. Tucker Carlson, whose money is going in your pocket? You are being paid off by somebody. And that black girl, she used to be a Trumpy, but now she's not. Oh, I got an itch. I got an itch. I got, uh, talking about somebody who's being rewriting history, Chavez, Cesar Chavez. He was a big icon of the left, and he helped get the farm workers' rights. Well, apparently, there's a big body of evidence that the guy was molesting young little girls and his partner in the revolution. He is supposed to have done the rape. And now they're taking down all his signs and all these statues of him. Well, shades of Bill Cosby. Sometimes a man can do good works and good work and be a bastard. Oh, shades of Michael Jackson. Because people forgive him because he was a pervert, totally. And a nasty one taking little boys under his wing, among other things. But we look, you got to separate these things. A man's talents from a man's social life. I mean, it's hard when the crime is so terrible that it undermines the whole concept. But you gotta do it because then a lot of people who are not that talented in terms of show business or in terms of accomplishment, uh, I don't, but they're just the average person doing the average thing. But we kind of, I don't know what to do. I quite honestly don't know what to do. I know when Madonna dropped kicked a little boy who wanted a, a autograph, I always hold it against her. And also, she gave me a dirty look in the street. Oh, Madonna, you bad girl. Now you look like crap. You look like you stepped out of a spaceship. She was very fertile. She has like 87 children. And they all came to her uh, hospital when she got picked up an STD. I believe she did. She was sleeping around with her cast, trying to be young again. Now, Madonna, you can't be the whore that you were when you were young. I shouldn't say whore. Promiscuous lady who sleeps with everybody, who strikes her fantasy. It's a bag back. Now they have a Mormon lady. She was the bachelorette, and she had a bunch of bachelors going after her. But apparently, she's very violent. Which you wouldn't think about a Mormon being that way. You would think they're very pure, but she's not pure. She's very good looking, but she's a bad girl, and she was very violent. And women get away with too much violence against men. It's true. You could beat me up and it'll be okay because you're a woman, because it's your time of month, because you're oppressed over the other things. Because I don't pay enough attention to you. Well, let me tell you, lady, you better watch it. Because I'll get the police after you. I'll take a photo of it and you'll be in trouble. Back to the future. You know what's happening in the Marine? They go in and the Shah was a great guy. The Shah of 78. No, because he was stuck between the communists and the mullahs. But personally, most Iranians had personal democracy and freedoms, and they could dress the way they wanted to dress. It was optional, and they got to vote before we did. And so the women, and that may be a mistake. I don't know. Sometimes I think women shouldn't get to vote because they're too emotional. Sometimes I think, or they rig society to protect them. Now those poor men who are supposed to be slaves. Poor little Bennies and people like him, they don't make enough of things for him. That's bad, and don't do it no more. What are you gonna do? Kate's climate coop. Now she's complaining that there's too much climate stuff because it's gonna she's gonna be out of business because they can't afford the wind and the sun and the rain and cutting out the gas. That's not the way it's gonna go. Trump is gonna undo this because we all know that there's no such thing as climate change due to man. Once in a while, things get a little dicey with the weather, but that's all the time clock of the world, and we have nothing to do about it. And if we do, we shouldn't sacrifice. We should just get a coat in a blanket and a bingo. Yeah. Oh, I got itchy. Oh, kitty, what am I gonna do? Oh, those protection rackets. You know what he's doing? He's selling out the people. He's saying it okay for be run down by bikers. And these bikers are like these guys who make deliveries who are illegal and they don't know how to drive in the streets. They think it's downtown Bangkok. You know what downtown Bangkok's like? They run people down. And people are ducking and oh, people in New York can't duck. I can't duck no more. I can't be aware of that constantly of a man speeding down the roadway, running me down, breaking my head. Because I look young, but I'm not that young. I look younger than I am. Although when I lose the weight and I get an operation, oh, I'll be looking good. I'll be looking good, looking skinny. I'll look 15 to 20 years younger than I am. That's right. Oh, God, just and then what was going to do? Tank for the less thanks for the tanky. You know, the commies, when as they go into power at any time, they become like the old-fashioned despots of the Middle Ages. They got the Korean in Korea. He is progressively going crazier. Now, his father, the original grandfather, was the old-fashioned communist, put in power by the Moscow and Peking. Hong Kong was his capital. And but he was the old kind, so power to the people and all that stuff, take away from capitalists and to redistribute out. Then his son was weird. His son was, he cross-dressed a little. He had high heels on. He would kidnap people, and he made kinky things. He was weird. He was funny though. But his son who was raised by him, not even weirder, but in a nasty way. But all opposition he destroyed. And then he killed his cousins and all that to reinstate power. And he said he didn't poo-poo. Everybody boo-boos. You don't have to advertise about it, but everybody boo-boos. Well, then he blew up his girlfriend. They say he didn't blow up his girlfriend. Then he was because he accused them of fooling around. But she's jealous. That's all. That's all him. And then his sister was supposed to become the heir apparent because he's unhealthy and he didn't eat right. He's a man in his 40s or maybe early 50s. I don't even think he's in his 50s. But his cholesterol count is in out of this world. And everybody has to have a just like him, or you get shot. Kind of. And then he said, "No, he's not. She's not going to be my sister's not going to be the heir apparent. I'm going to make my daughter. I'm going to teach her to fly a tank." And she's 13, lucky 13 years old, and she's going to be the new president of North Korea. That's no good. What the hell are you doing? And he has atomic bombs, which we let him have because we didn't blow him up in time and invade the place. Oh, the status quo is not good for us. The deep state is miscalculating. Rapists nearly freed. That's what the liberals do. They let the rapists free and the murderers and the psychotic violent people and the schizies who are nasty. They let them run amok. And they don't even acknowledge it. So that's urban areas. That's what happens in urban areas. No, it's not. I live in urban areas all my life and never saw nothing like this before. They better not. But Trump is coming. The blue, they're not gonna have. We're not gonna have the blues no more. It's gonna be a red state. We're gonna give what for? Hard to be green. Yes, they don't want to be green no more. They can't afford it. These windmills and these sonar things, and all they do is kill whales and destroy birds in the sky. What? Shush, I get an itch. Yes. A frame in a good time. Madzo takes city for a ride. This is bad. We got a mayor who's a communist. I don't know what Freeman means, good times. We're gonna have good times again. We're gonna have Giuliani who's gonna come back. And the Republican Party will rule all of New York like they rule Staten Island. Things are gonna look good. Keep your sunny side up, because we got the liberals on the run. We're gonna make this little city go wide. Da, 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 da. AOC will be out, and everything will be nicey, nicey. Oh, keep your sunny side up. Everything's gonna be nice. Republicans gonna rule here, and the Democrats gonna be on the run. They're stinky and cocky doo-doo, and they're no fun. Keep your sunny side up. Keep your sunny side up. Keep your sunny side up. As long as Trump gets them the bomb. Okay. I do say so myself, and I do. Okay, now we're going to shut this thing off. Okay, where's my glasses? Shut. Ah, yes. Boom. Boom, 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 boom.